Joining me. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRS. I'm coming on here early as above, so below. We're talking about Venus energy, and one of the things about magnetism and synchronicities and these things that we constantly talk about, the laws of attraction, how we utilize those energies, those frequencies and vibrations to better often give us opportunity to manifest certain things and said things in our life. One of the things that I want you guys to understand about Chief Apostle Ely is that I believe in intelligence. I believe in utilizing the mind in order to create tools or create items to help people to resolve their issues, their problems, their situations, their circumstances. And a lot of times when it comes down to real magic and spirituality, people themselves have a harder time being a true witness for the ATRs. First of all, I want to say hello to my madrina, to my padrino, and to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic. What's up there, Chris, from Philadelphia, Sagittarius in the house? What's up, my 69? What's up, Monique Crab Cakes in the house? And then we got Jelly Sweets. I'm actually out here walking my dog this morning, and I just on vacation. Y'all know I'm trying to put as much information, much content as I can before I have to go back to work. And one of the things that I was thinking about today that I feel like, especially with the laws of attraction and as above so below concept, is to understand how to be a true witness of the ATRs. And we want to say hello to the Pisces, the Aries, Taurus, and Leo, Sagittarius, Virgos, to each and every one of you guys, Libras, Scorpios. This is so important when you want to walk in synchronicity. In other words, walk in alignment with the things that you so desire. Some of you are going to see your graveyard work. Some of you are going to see my consultations really change more in depth, because what I usually do is give people an opportunity to hear who they really are from my structure perspective. But a lot of times when we get into real spirituality, we really don't know what to expect. And what I mean by a true witness of the ATRs, I have been doing magic since I was a child, and I'm 51 years of age. And what that has put me in the position of is that when I experience hoodoo, when I experience voodoo, when I experience Santeria, Lakumi, I experience it in a very different way than most African American people. I came into the ATRs with a knowledge of energy, frequency, and vibration. What I mean is that I saw power. I saw manifestation. The reason why I believed in root work, because I saw root work work. The reason why I believed in voodoo and Haitian voodoo, because I seen it work. When you are trying to grow into something and you're experiencing it from an aspect of ignorance, and when I say that, lack of knowledge, a lot of times, how can you be an eyewitness of something or having an account of something when you have your own preconceived ideas about that particular tradition or the experience of that particular tradition? And I feel like a lot of people step into the ATRs incorrectly. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with them. It's sometimes the people that are witnessing the ATRs are witnessing them very incorrectly. And what I mean by incorrectly, each science has a purpose of why it exists. The same way that you would go into a college and they will have different types of math courses, because each math course teaches a different aspect of math. And so when it comes down to the ATRs, depending on what you get involved in and who's teaching you, they're there to develop certain things about yourself that you may not be aware of. The benefit of a gym is that the trainer has the ability to explain to the person that is working out what that machine works on. A lot of people get into the ATRs, they don't even know what root work is there to develop. They don't know what voodoo is there to develop. They don't know what Palo is there to develop. They don't know what Kabbalah is there to develop, especially the Tree of Life or the Miller Pillar. The advantage of a lot of things that I am doing is that I'm utilizing myself as a true witness of personal development of these particular ATRs, giving black people, melanated people, an opportunity to start utilizing these traditions correctly for their enhancement. And so therefore they will gain a better respect and a more clarity of understanding. And I don't believe that a lot of people that are participating in the ATRs are true witnesses, because there's too many people in the ATRs that don't even understand why that particular science was created, what it was created out of. And so use the concept about hoodoo. Hoodoo was created for slaves to be able to utilize their magic in order to deal with their oppressors. When a science was created to utilize magic to protect enslaved people, and then because of the fact that you're now trying to witness that particular tradition and you don't have the mentality in that tradition why it was constructed, then you can't really represent it, because you don't come from an aspect of oppression. You don't come from an aspect of this was to protect people that were marginalized. This was to protect people that were at the disadvantage. And so therefore you don't see the need to, and we're going to use the term gatekeep just to speak. When you don't know why mama did what she did, when you don't know why daddy did what they did, then it's harder for you to respect the values that they hold near and dear, if that is understanding. To be a true witness of something is to understand the history behind its creation, to respect something, why certain traditions were created, why certain things were empowered. What's up there, Demetrius? Gemini in the house. To be a true witness of the ATRs, sir, ma'am, jumping into a situation to get help is not a true witness. If you don't understand why and for what reason the United States was even created in the first place, then you're going to be experiencing the United States of America very differently than any other person that is a citizen of the United States. The reason why the ATRs are what they are because they were created for melanated people in their existence and what they were experiencing in certain timelines. Each one, whether it's African, Cuban sciences, they were created to harness energy, frequency, and vibration for a particular outcome, for a particular people, for a particular victory. This is why Haitian voodoo in itself has a lot to do with revelatory and revolutionary deity, Loas, because of the simple fact that Haitian people are natural warriors. If the particular tradition you are in has a lot to do with setting people free and coming against the powers that be, then in order for you to be a true witness, you have to understand that concept. So just because you get into Haitian voodoo, can Haitian voodoo bring love into your life? Absolutely. Can Haitian voodoo bring money into your life? Absolutely. But the core of its power, the reason why these low petos spirits are so high is because they were fighting against something. So you just can't get into certain tradition and not be a volatile person. And so now you want everybody to be kumbaya when the real genesis of that particular ATR has a lot to do with fighting against oppressors. The same thing when it comes down to certain traditions. Even in African Cuban or African Brazilian, a lot of these people that were constructing these ngangas were dealing with people who had certain suffering. And so those Mfumbes, which are the spirits of the dead that were operating in those cauldrons, were really there to protect their Tata or whoever was ruling that particular Nganga, protect them from the evils of their oppressors. What's up, Ryan? Thank you for joining us. I get to see you before I go to work. Chocolate breakfast. I'm not going to lose weight. That's right. I'm an aphrodisiac. I'm actually good for the soul. I want to say to you guys, one of the main incitements that I have right now is that people, even with Kamala Harris, to me, when I see things manifesting in ways that you never at that particular time saw it coming, and then you see manifestation, That's what synchronicity is. Being in the right place at the right time to get a said outcome. When you are trying to be a witness of something, I was asking members of my church, I was asking people in general, how can you love what you're seeing on my platform and you cannot truly witness it, right? A lot of times I see that people, when they're talking about me, they think they're telling me stuff I want to hear. In order to be a true witness of something, this is the whole concept of Christianity. It is to witness of what you saw, whether it was through the Messiah, whether it was through the disciples, and that people were being healed, people were being set free, people were being delivered. If something is authentic and if something is working, then you should be able to be an eyewitness of that particular person or tradition or thing. How is it, whether you've been following me for 2 hours, 2 weeks, 2 months, if I am truly manifesting for you, if I put you on the stand, do you have the character? Do you have the persona that can compel other men and women? Do you have the evidence that you need in this tradition or these traditions to be able to witness for Apostle Ely or Apostolic Faith? I'm using this as an example. When you can't, even in a normal relationship, witness why you think that man or woman is good for you. When you can't present the evidence based off of the things that you say out your mouth, you're not a good witness. When you have the type of character flaws that you could not convince the average person of what you are speaking about, you may have the evidence, but your character is not good enough in order for the majority of people to even give you a listening ear. In order to be a part of the tradition, you have to care about how you conduct yourself. You have to care about how you set yourself up in life, because at some juncture, at some point, you're going to have to be able to testify, or you may be called to testify about the goodness of the hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Ajay. You can't just get into the tradition and think that it's just about what you're trying to get out of tradition, because at some point, these Eguns, some point the ancestors, at some point the Loas, at some point the Orishas are going to need you as a witness. They're going to need you to be able to testify. They're going to need you to bring forth the case as such in Psalms 35. And so therefore, one thing that I have tried to do in my walk with these spirits is to become a powerful, effective witness. When people listen to me, I try to compel them based off of evidence of my own personal experiences. And I try to show them evidence of my transformation since when I was going through the process of getting crowned, and how I was experiencing my crown chakra being transformed, how I felt this energy of Oya, and how I was able to look outside of my head, but it was looking up, straight up above my head. And so these are all experiences that I utilize to compel people that this is, I don't know what your experience in Ocha is, but this is what I'm experiencing. I don't want your experiences in voodoo, but this is what I'm experiencing. And so as I grew in Ocha, as I grew in other traditions and black arts, I became a more powerful, effective witness. You have to be able to talk to people on all levels of life and give them evidence of your experience, whether it was your finances, whether it's your body getting healed, whether it was your situation in relationship with family, whether it was you renewing your mind, depending on the type of information that you were getting at that particular time. And so don't just get into learn spell work. Don't just get into getting knowledge of something, but get into where if you had to be called to the stand of why you participate in that said religion, why you deal with that said spiritualist, that you could get up and articulate and be effective in your own experiences and convey to the people or the masses why you are experiencing what you are experiencing, what level of dedication, what is your experience, how long have you been participating with this particular energy, that particular loa, then you should be able to say. But the average person, if you put them on the stand, they would fail to be a good witness, because it's not about you getting what you want. What was going on that led you up to your manifestation? What state of mind did you have to talk to your tata, your mumbo, your spiritualist on an ongoing basis to keep your faith alive? Were you the type of person that you believed once you believed the first time you heard it? Where were you when the manifestation happened? You know what I'm saying? Location. Were you compelled right away? Like, I have had people tell me, Apostle Eli, I've been watching you a minute, and then I decided to start working with you. So what drew you in? What took you off the bleachers? What made you put on the jersey? You see what I'm saying? When the stronger of a witness that you become, was it not so much what I said? Was it more about what I did? Or was it more about what I was wearing? You know what I'm saying? As a witness, you have to be able to present yourself in a way that not everybody, because I don't care who you are, not everybody's going to be drawn to your ability to witness. But if I present myself in a certain way that I can draw more of the masses. Now, I knew that I was going to be a powerful witness for melanated people, but I also assist other people. But I knew by being a witness for melanated people, it was going to completely turn off other non-melanated people, which I was cool with that. So being a witness is also understanding the type of witness you are. Because even in the natural world, you can be a medical witness. You can be an accountant witness. You can be a real estate witness. You know, depending on your profession, depending on your background, you're a different type of witness. And so you can be a witness of the ATRS in so many different facets. And, you know, I have gay black men on my platform, and their witness is the energy of not being a judgment, or treating them as human being decent to them as people, not because of their sexual preferences, that they're able to learn spirituality for themselves. Being a witness as bisexual, because I have a very strong androgynous energy, feminine and masculine energy. And so therefore having that understanding and that clarity within myself, so being able to witness and to give clarity to these people are very important for growth. And so also with being raised by a single black woman, with my father hand in a lot of going through those changes and witnessing to the positive and negative aspects of those type of relationships and how it has affected me as a melanated black man in these United States. So utilizing conjure from aspects of trying to develop my manhood, develop myself as a person in the society. What's up there, my ATRS in the house? A lot of this stuff is not just about spells, and a lot of this stuff is how you enter into the ATR. And then how you become an effective witness. And even though I have been in Ocha only August the 5th would be a year, I have been a better witness than most people when it comes down to Orisha worship and manifestation with the Orishas, because I was already an effective witness as a Christian. I have been an effective witness in voodoo. I have never been the person that got out and was ashamed of what I was doing. Let me explain something to you. Confidence in what you're doing and why you're doing it comes across when you are testifying. Let me say this. One of the faults that I've seen in the African black church, they have always felt like they had to make God look powerful. So they would test a lie. A lot of the things when I met Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, Minister Mario was a Capricorn, and Minister Mario was very independent about how he did things. And I told him, one of the things that I told him, I said, I'm going to give you a reason to give God glory for real. And he said, what do you mean? I said, a lot of the accomplishment, the reason why you can't give God praise is because you really feel like you're the reason why you are where you are, and your hard work has put you in that position. And a lot of the cases, it was true what I was saying to him. He never heard it like that. I said, but I'm going to show you what God has the ability to do. And so therefore, the next time you get up in church and you give God praise, you're going to give God praise from a real place, because you're going to say, you know what, if it had not been for the Lord, for real. A lot of you guys don't realize that you take that same mentality into the ATRS. You don't have to make their reaches great. You don't have to make them sound great, because if they're operating in your life, they're going to be able to manifest. You don't have to make the Loa sound great. You don't have to make the ancestors sound great, because if you have a real, authentic relationship, they're going to manifest. This is why when people get around me and things go to moving, they have their own individual testimony, because I have a real relationship. You have to have an authentic relationship with the Impungo, with the Loa, with the Nkisi. And so therefore, what happens is what people get offended with me, because I let them know you're not a true witness. Anytime you can say that you are a daughter or son of an Orisha or a Loa. I have been in restaurants, and the conversation wasn't even regarding me, but people were talking about in the next booth about the goodness of God. Because I was a true witness, it did something to me. The mere fact that you can sit there and listen to somebody that is a witness or a true witness of a particular entity or a power or a force, and that it does nothing for you, indicates that you do not have a true relationship. This is not something that you're giving a hallelujah because of you. No, there's something innate on the inside of you because of your experience that God intervened in. And that is why you are testifying, whether it is inwardly or outwardly, of the goodness of the divine, whether that was healing or intervention, whether it was a court case or any given situation of God, how God supplied this husky. When you're dealing with male dog, it's always about, they got to push their strength level. So I always got to let him know who the boss. Shango. So the reason why I say this, not to minimize your interaction with the ATRs, but the reason why you can watch all of this truth and everything go down and never participate is because you don't know your position and why this is even being exposed to you in the first place. At least when you go to a restaurant, you know you're there to eat. At least when you go to the beauty salon, you know that you're there to get your hair done. At the very least, when you go to the pool, you know that you're there to swim. A lot of black people get into the ATRs and really don't know why they're there. And so therefore, they don't know what to observe or pay attention to. They don't know why certain people that right off the bat, I know they don't know what they're talking about, because I'm a true witness. I don't need to be encouraged like that, because I done seen power. I know what power look like. I know what power sound like, and I know what it feel like. So it doesn't matter what tradition is. It's just like if you're a race car driver and you've been driving cars at certain speeds all your life. You know what, when you hit that pedal, you know, you might not know that you don't have to see what's up under the engine and know what's up under the engine. I'm gonna say it like that. If you really have experience, power in any ATR, then you're gonna recognize it no matter what ATR it is. That's just real talk. It's way too many people, in my humble opinion, that needs too much encouragement. If you are a true witness of something, you don't need that kind of encouragement, because you already had the experience. It's too many people that claim to be true witnesses of the ATRs that are easily drawn away from one machine to the next. Anybody that goes into a gym knows that you have to do certain reps for a particular time to get certain results. So you get on one machine based on what you're trying to build. You put that particular time in on that machine because you're trying to create something in your body. Well, the same is true when it comes down to spirituality. The mere fact that I seen you get off that machine 15 minutes before you were going to see any result lets me know you don't know how to utilize that machine. The same thing is true is how when it comes down to the ATRs. The mere fact that you have already trying to walk away from a particular tradition when you have not developed what that tradition has to offer lets me know that you were never a true witness of that tradition in the first place. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. A lot of times, you don't realize if you're there to develop, it's never about the teacher. I won't say that again. It is never about the teacher. There's an old saying, say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It is never. When you are ready on the inside, who you need to listen to shows up. What I mean by that, once you become aware of what you have need of, it's going to be very clear about who needs to be talking to you. The mere fact that I can be around you and you're still pondering, the mere fact that you are slowful, is a direct indication you still don't know what this science is about. You can't really effectively be a true witness of this tradition because of simple fact, you still don't understand why you still need to be on the potter's wheel. The mere fact that you're still trying to, as the clay, trying to tell the potter what to do is a mere indication of your lack of commitment and your clear lack of understanding of who's in charge and why they are in charge. And so I say this to help melanated people, that if you decide to participate in ATRs, or you decide to work with certain spiritualists, you need to take out the time to figure out who you are and what you're really trying to do. Normally, the old saying is no pain, no gain. Even in a natural workout, before you ever see development of muscles, you got to hurt. The mere fact that you're not willing to invest in self, the mere fact that you're slowful, the mere fact that you're using all different types of excuses as though you have time to keep playing around. How can you be a true witness when you are a procrastinator? How can you be a true witness when you are all about being what the term is, victim mentality? You have self-identity crisis. All of these things, sir and ma'am, make you a weak witness. The mere fact that you have been a part of certain traditions and you have really nothing to show for it, you're not a good witness. The mere fact that you can regurgitate information but you can't apply it, you're not a good witness. The mere fact that you can say you spent 1,400 hours watching my channel and you still make poor decisions, all of the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding that I freely give, you're not a good witness. I want to be a good witness of any tradition that I'm in. I want to be able, if called by the gods, to get on the stand that I can compel as many people as I can that will give me a listening ear of what this particular tradition has done for me. And I can stand on that, as they say, 10 toes down, without anybody encouraging me, without anybody having to talk to me or help me to be able to articulate, because that thing comes from a personal relationship. I know what the Impungos will do. I know what the Orishas will do. I know what the ancestors do. I'm a personal witness, and I have a personal relationship. I have been on both. I've been on the mountaintop. I have been on the valley low, and I have seen what they've been able to do. I have had the advantage, and I have seen what they can do. I've had the disadvantage, and I have seen what they're able to do. I had the situations in my life where I had people for me, and I seen what they can do, and I have had people against me, and I've seen what they do. I can be a witness. But that comes through your own personal development. And so therefore, until that actually happens, until you stop trying to make it about voodoo or Santeria and really get in here and get on the workout equipment and develop and do your real work, you're going to find yourself being just like a Christian. There is going to be no profit. There's not going to be a profit. Because you're not going to get on that machine called life and get that workout in. I know I got on so much time to be on earth and to develop why I came here in the first place. And so I don't have time for the foolishness. This is why my temperament is changing. This is why my affiliation with people are changing. Is because as I become more of a true witness, I realize who's not here to be a witness of the power of God. For no matter how many miracles happen, no matter how many manifestations, they're not good for the stand. Because in them, it's about flattery. It's about making people look good, sound good, instead of just getting out here doing the real work. So I hope this helps you. I got to get ready to go and pick up Mother Susan. We got to go to Disney World. So thank you for the likes, the super chat, the support. To become a witness, a true witness, no matter what the ATR is, that you can be able be placed on the spiritual stand and to compel men to come and to experience what is readily available to the melanated people. All right? God bless you.